And didn't mean to do that. That's okay. I don't fucking care. All right. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, everybody, for another exciting edition of our MILLWATER campaign. Would somebody like to give a recap of last game?
I am derelict in my duty, so Justice can do it. It's my second in command. She's responsible.
That's not fair. I didn't even remember we leveled up last week. Do you expect me to remember what happened in the game?
Yep.
No, not fair.
Journals, I don't know. What did we do?
It was after spiders.
It was after spiders. Yes, that's 2 weeks running now.
We were under a mill.
We were.
Forever.
We went back.
Guys, I'll give you.
down.
Hold on. Let me help
Twigs
remind you of where this
I remember
started.
Twigs wasn't happy.
Just watch, and you'll get the whole story. It's like this. Oh God! Oh no! Mimic! No! That's pretty much how the game started.
Part.
Okay, good.
You and your sexcapades.
I talked to Twigs, and it went really well.
I watched
totally
and nodded.
He's totally understanding. He understands everything. He's good to go.
Right.
Mhm.
Ready, willing, and
He's
able.
gonna take care of the bodies. That was the important part.
We told them about the bodies. We told them about the probably monster smuggling, and we told them about the Red Ring Gang because they were on boxes.
Good.
Red
Ring Gang.
That was it. That's all that happened. Oh, we released the doppelganger because he was cool.
There we go.
They were cool. He was cool.
Just stick with it or they is fine in this instance.
It seems rude. I'm not gonna lie.
So stick with they then.
So they seemed fine. Other people are worried. I say, it's fine.
But it said some unkind things about my mother.
Yeah, I was gonna say they threatened to kill. Like, not just they said unkind thing. They weren't like, oh, that bitch. No, they like, I'm gonna murder her. And you're like, silent about that? And I was confused.
I don't think they said, I will murder her.
They didn't say that in my presence. They said that to... They said...
I think that it was like... But they didn't say, I will murder
you're
them.
right. They didn't say, I'm going to murder them. They said, I would like to put a knife in her, which is a totally different thing than murdering.
I would like to put a knife in a lot of people, but I would not actually do it.
Yes, but you are not a totally neutral doppelganger that's ready to go hog for whatever reason it feels like.
You don't know. You don't know the doppelganger's true neutral. They could be chaotic evil.
That's true. They could be chaotic evil. They didn't put off chaotic evil vibes, but I guess that would be really chaotic evil of them.
What is a chaotic evil vibe?
Weren't they using the doppelganger to like assassinate people?
Yeah, and so I think the doppelganger
against their will.
Revenge is fine.
Yeah.
A little revenge never hurt anybody.
I mean, objectively false, but
Jesus said that, so.
Matthew 4, verse 11. Look it up.
Actually, now I'm curious. Matthew 4:11. And now Jesus knew that John was cast into prison, and he sent angels, and behold, they came and ministered unto him.
That sounds like revenge.
It kind of does. It kind of sounds like snitches get stitches, but...
That sounds like revenge, and I pulled that... I knew that exactly. It's not that I pulled that out of my ass.
Of course.
I'm a good Bible reader.
Yum, that sounds about right.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like Jesus was like, hey, John's been snitching in the prison. Go take care of him. And the angels are like...
There's some angels to that prison. Jesus says revenge, cool as fuck.
All right. Woof. All right. I'll remember next week to do the recap. Got it.
What was wrong with that recap?
No, it was great. You killed it.
Kyle, gained inspiration for your excellent biblical scholarship.
You got, not only did you get all the information you needed, you got extra Bible knowledge.
Well, I appreciate that. You are too kind. You are a gentleman and a scholar, a biblical scholar.
Was
Thank you.
indeed more than I knew before.
Where is inspiration on this sheet? Why are all the sheets different? Can't we just have one sheet?
Nope.
To rule them all.
Uh-oh. Don't go down that road.
Hey, the Amazon Lord of the Rings show is coming out this week.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
gonna,
this week?
it's gonna be mediocre.
That was-
Anybody watching the Game of Thrones
We
one?
haven't started
Not
it yet.
It's on the list eventually.
I
far,
think it might. I think it
it's
might be
fine.
good. I think it might be good.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I think it's better than fine.
I think it's fine.
Inspiration. Found it. I have inspiration already.
Then pass it on to somebody else.
It says I have inspiration, but I don't remember having inspiration. I remember using it.
Oh, just gave me an error. Okay, let me try logging in again then. Fine.
Grace, do you have inspiration?
No, I'm very uninspired.
I inspire you.
I don't
Why,
know, just
thank
look
you.
at that strawberry tart thing you got going on.
Yeah,
Looks
that
inspiring.
Oh, yeah.
inspires
It is.
me.
Toast with hazelnut spread, chocolate spread, and
Yeah.
strawberries.
Yep.
Yep.
That's good.
It's good.
That's good. What kind of bread?
It's like a sprouted
It's Ezekiel sprouted
bread.
grain bread. So, Kyle, you're intimately familiar, I'm sure, with the
Mhm.
verse that is on the side of the bread.
Oh, I didn't hear. What's the verse?
It's the Ezekiel sprouted grain bread.
Oh,
Apparently,
Ezekiel.
there's a Bible thing related to that.
What's the
But-
verse?
I think it's about grain. I
Mhm.
don't know.
I mean, Old Testament grain. That tracks.
I think it was Ezekiel 11:14 where he said, "Get that bread," right? That was
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
No,
the
it's
one.
probably Ezekiel 4:9. It's just telling you how to
We're
make
just gonna-
bread,
we're
which
just gonna
is
be
the way
listing
that they
random-
made the bread.
Random Bible verse.
it's how they made their.
Barley, beans and lentils, millet and spelt, and put them in a storage jar and use them to make bread for yourself. That's
Use them to make
Do it
bread
yourself.
for yourself.
Make your own goddamn bread out of beans and spelt. Ugh. Can we just say that bread baking has come a long way since Ezekiel's time? That being said, his bread was probably nutritious as fuck. He's like got lentils and shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Our bread's like,
Yeah.
I ate a loaf
So-
of bread and I'm dying of malnutrition.
Did anybody read Ezekiel 4:9?
No. He just did, didn't
I
he?
didn't.
Casey
I didn't-
literally just read it to
I
you.
I wasn't listening.
Kyle,
But I didn't
Your-
remember the
your
the
head is like
excrement part.
too deep in this truck.
We're all playing our own game tonight.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't listen to each other. Just turn off your audio and play your own game.
Kyle normally doesn't listen.
I know.
All right. Well, Kyle
All right.
gains inspiration for the eventual recap. I like how he went like backwards in time from the end of the game to the beginning. It's like watching Memento, but with nerds. All right. So
But somehow more confusing.
somehow everybody was here when we last left off, kicking it. Sam
Oh, yeah.
was recovering. He just called in the coroner to heal him. She said it'd be, or her, sorry, she said it'd be a little while, but should be up and walking around in a day or two. And that's right. And then Justice and Knave went and harassed Twig, and then
Whoa, harass is a strong word.
And then-
Informed.
politely. That's right. You also interrogated the demon summoner, and then got a shockingly
Shocking.
accurate description of how one summons a demon, much to Justice's surprise.
Yes, there was some chagrin involved.
Well, goddamn, maybe he does summon demons.
I
And then
mean,
you guys
look.
took a long rest, so it's the next
Evidence
morning.
points to yes.
You wake up, refreshed and leveled up. What's the plan, kids?
Well,
Let's
Here
go
comes
chat
Sam.
with the people in
I
the
mean-
prison.
how's Sam looking?
Sam's looking significantly better. Their breathing's even. She's she's got like color in her face.
Is Sam conscious?
You have Yvonne was over here. You have not heard her awaken.
Okay.
You haven't tried to wake her up either. So.
You know what I hate about dungeon alchemy?
What?
They fucking put candles on the floor everywhere.
They
Yeah, they do.
Everywhere. Random candles. Thank you.
You don't put candles on your floor?
No.
Well, Casey, if that's the case, then how come Al's got a candle on his floor? Riddle me that.
Well,
I don't know.
there
Man.
you go.
I blame Nave.
Checkmate, atheists. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. So Dungeon Alchemy does a lot of cool stuff, but sometimes you make a room and you're like, what? No.
Yeah.
I understand that they're working with a pretty basic AI algorithm here, but hopefully it improves.
Yeah.
Well, all these rooms also have like dice bowls on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's an inn. Of course, there's dice bowls. You got to have somewhere to play dice.
And like, why are they so large? The dice bowls.
You've got to be able to accommodate creatures of every size.
Okay. Okay.
Anyways, it's not perfect. So yeah, I mean, yeah. What do you? So Alan Nave, Sam's under your tender care.
Well, I don't think we should leave Sam alone.
I can wait here.
You want to watch Sam?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll go knock on the door of these nerds.
Knockity knock knock.
Second, just go to one of these, do one of these.
Wait, I'm ready.
Perception.
Let's do things.
Oh, damn. Okay. What is it? Is it that time?
Well, Sam is looking better, but still not conscious. So the question is, what next?
She looks better, but she's not conscious. Then it's time to... I honestly don't know what the hell time it is. I think it's probably time to wake her up and see if we can get some straight answers from her.
Yep. That sounds like a good plan.
Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
Whoa. Be gentle.
What the hell?
What was that? You rolled a
Just 1
1d2.
He rolled a coin.
You flip coins.
I was just checking to see if it's raining or not. It is.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, cool. It's just a D6 with 2 of each number. Okay.
Oh.
I didn't know if they actually modeled a D3 or not. I was curious. All right. So, yeah. What's so Yvonne, you go into their room. Sam's
Tap, 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 tap.
tap tap tap.
Rise and shine, Sam.
Should I go get breakfast for everybody?
You might as well hold out here, but I guess that's...
Whatever. What is happening? Steve, could you please get your shit together? Okay. So, Yvonne, you tap on Sam's head and say, it's time to wake up. And her eyes, she kind of groans and opens her eyes. What? Where am I?
Toothy grin.
Who are you? Oh God, spiders! And she starts trying to like get out of bed, and then she just kind of collapses back into bed.
The spiders are dead. Glad to hear you didn't volunteer to become whatever the hell those others were. And yeah, you can thank our esteemed colleagues here for your current being among the living.
Oh,
I've got a few questions for you that we hope you will be willing to answer.
are you Baroness's men?
flap the ATEC badge, leave just enough time for Sam to look it over, which is maybe a little longer than I'd leave for most folks, but, you know, they've had a pretty harrowing experience. Flap the badge back. We are not Baroness's men.
Oh,
We are
God, you're feds.
We're feds. So, out of the fat, or what is that? God damn it. I can't
Out of the
come up with
frying
that.
pan.
Thank you. Out of the frying pan and into the furnace. But honestly, compared to the frying pan, the furnace is probably looking pretty fucking good right about now.
What do you want?
We'd like to know about the books that you were cooking.
All right, roll me a persuasion check.
I will do so. And because I want to make life interesting for Steven later, I will use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on it.
Hell yeah.
Alright. Advantage on the roll. Go.
Well, it doesn't get much better than that.
Oh,
I'll take
boy.
it.
Dang,
26.
that's a split in dice.
Yeah, no kidding. 2 and 20. That's a good thing I used the advantage, though.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is. You would have gotten a 2.
Puff on the pipe.
All right,
So-
so you see her like. It doesn't take a lot of convincing. You get like you guys clearly saved her life. You know who she is. You know about the books. Yeah, everything is. She's pretty much okay. What do you want to know?
Who was in on the operation? Every name you can give us, and what specifically were your ends in doing so?
It was just. I was just gonna get a cut. You know, enough to retire somewhere and not have to work for these fucking crazy people in this town. I don't know why everybody's so goddamn crazy in this place, but look, it was the Bogarts. They hired me. They paid me a lot of money and told me I get a percentage of anything I skimmed.
Okay. So,
They told you to do that.
the Bogarts planted you in... Because the Bogarts aren't the family that... Hold on.
They didn't plant me. They approached me after Dubois hired me.
Okay.
He checks. He's not a stupid guy. He did a background check on me. They had to approach me after I was hired. Otherwise, he would never have hired me.
Okay. Could I get that in writing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. So I have her draft up a version of that and sign it, and then I pull out my notary pin and I notarize it.
She's like, I don't think that's how that. Okay, fine, whatever. Am I trustworthy? I am.
Where do the spiders fit in? And the Vorgwar?
That is a great question. Did you know you were getting involved with the Red Ring Gang?
I don't know what that is.
Wonderful. That is a good answer on your part. Well, it's bad news.
You mentioned that you were concerned that we were the Baroness's men. Why are the Baroness's men looking for you?
They're not. It's just I see a bunch of armed people who killed a bunch of spiders. I just assumed you were soldiers. I didn't realize that the Ministry of Compliance toted that kind of muscle.
Oh,
You did kill the spiders though, right?
we did.
Oh,
We
God.
killed all the ones that we saw.
Well,
Why were you in there with all the spiders?
An excellent question, Justice.
I heard that you guys were had heard about me, and I panicked, and I was told that if I needed to bug out, I should go to the temple in the woods. Did I find
You
a
were
con?
by the Bogarts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who told you that?
He said the Bogarts, I think. Oh,
Oh.
I guess who specifically?
Yeah.
I guess that is an excellent question. To
Yeah,
your knowledge,
hold on,
which
hold on.
members of the Bogart family? Oh, there you go.
Wait
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing, dumbass?
I guess this will be in the affidavit anyway. So
What are you trying to do?
1 second. 1 second. I forgot people's names.
For this?
She says it was Christoph Bogart. He's
right.
he's Yasmin's younger son. He's always sniffing around the Dubois place. He's trying to seduce Dubois' daughter. He's been trying to get her to move away with him to Andonin, but that's bullshit. I don't know what the plan is with that, but I think they're just trying to upset the old man. But he'd always slip me instructions. You know, we have drop off. He'd come by and whisper sweet nothings to the green lady, and then we had a drop off.
Well, you were close. You were close. They weren't trying to get under the old man's skin. They were trying to remove his daughter and replace her with a doppelganger. But you know, one
What?
thing or the other. One thing or the other.
A doppelganger? No, listen, Christoph.
Oh, you didn't see that, but we saw it in the underground. It's a sure thing. So.
But Christoph's a dick, sure, but I don't think he's a murderer.
Well, it probably, you know, I hope that you're right about that. I really do. You know, there's still more to get to the bottom of with this case, but your testimony will be greatly appreciated, and it will help us in resolving this matter.
All of a
as
sudden,
far as-
she starts getting like a squirrel, like a look. And she's like, I can't. If the Bogarts find out that I talk, they're gonna kill me.
Don't worry, you are under protection
You'll be staying with us for a little
from
while, Sam.
administrative compliance.
Well, who's gonna protect you?
We
From
can
what?
take care of ourselves.
Didn't you say they hired a doppelganger and stuff? I mean, they sent me. They tried to feed me to spiders, man. Like,
Well, and the spiders are dead, and the doppelganger is not a concern.
she kind of gives you a skeptical look, but then nods, like, well, okay, that's a good point. All right.
So, to your knowledge, are other members of the Bogart family involved? Did you interact with anyone beyond Christoph?
No, it was all through Christoph, but everybody knows that his mom gives all the orders.
Okay.
Are we saying the Bogart family runs the Red Ring Circle? Red Ring Gang?
We haven't gotten there yet, but we're sidling up to some involvement because we did find a Red Ring Gang base under a Bogart family mill. So, you know, it's not a perfect tie, but it's a pretty good tie. Are there any other interesting pieces of testimony that Sam offers related to this? Things that we...
All right, I gotta mute here and call.
Yeah.
Yep, good luck.
Sorry. Thanks.
Good luck, Kyle. Is that a good place for the pause, or is it not time?
No, it turns out that Sam just was like, they're here, I'm out. Okay, bye.
Oh, okay then.
Okie doke. Have fun.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye. Excuse me. Yeah, no, unless you're asking more questions, Sam is not super forthcoming.
Okay. Trying to think of other questions. Oh, that's one. What's his name? Why am I blanking on this? Hold on. Let me look at my journal. Keep wanting to say Percy, and that's wrong. Give me a second. Player journal. Patrice, not Percy. I will ask Sam if Sam interacted with new Patrice or knows what happened to Patrice.
She says no. She says that she knew that he showed up, and it gave her cause for concern, but that he vanished. You know, he left almost right away. She didn't give it any more thought.
Where'd the money go? Exactly. How did they hand off money?
There's an account with the bank. The Modrons don't really care where the money comes from as long as it's, there.
Okay. Probably need that account information. Yeah, boss?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she gives you the account info.
Okay.
But she gives you the deposit info, but she says that she doesn't actually have access to. She can only deposit. She doesn't have the withdrawal information. She's not authorized to withdraw. She kind of chuckles and says, yeah, Kristoff didn't trust me that much.
Can we get the queen or somebody to authorize a freeze on the account, maybe?
Not sure, Al, if we're going to go right to the Queen with it, but we can certainly ask Jermaine Leclerc what options we have available to us.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Sam, consider yourself an honorary member of the Agricultural Tax Extension Committee because you're probably going to want to spend a lot of time hanging around us. Forewarning. I just want you to know the types of things you're liable to see spending time with us are many, varied, and horrible. But, the alternative is probably getting murdered by Christoph Bogart. So,
Okay. Does that mean I'm not going to prison?
Hey, boss, can we talk outside for a second? I have an idea.
Excuse me, Sam. And Al leads Yvonne outside for a minute.
Oops.
While they go out to have their chat, I will chat with Sam and just read her the book about not yet prison. That will be determined later, dependent on how much she's able to help us, because there may be some plea bargains that we can work out because of all the useful information she's given us, etc., etc. Buy the book. Very informative.
Gotcha.
Here are your rights and responsibilities. All right, Al, what do you got?
Well, Sam said that the Bogarts were gonna try and kill her or something, right?
Sounds that way.
And that reminded me of one operation where we used one informant and put them in a not very secure jail to lure in some other bad guys who were gonna go after them, and then we caught those guys as well. Something like the bait?
Yeah, Al, it sounds like you're describing bait.
I think I don't know. I thought that might be a good idea in this circumstance.
Yeah. There's some ethical quandaries there, Al, and we can.
What? The what?
Oh, sorry. There's some problems with that as far as putting other people at risk, because now that we have Sam in custody, she's kind of our responsibility. If we put her in undue risk and then she gets killed, we are liable for that. It doesn't look good. It's sort of like, you remember that fiasco we had with the boat where we crashed the boat and all of the stuff got out and we were the ones that were in up shit creek, quite literally, for it?
I don't really. I mean, they just kind of were like, okay, now here's your next mission. They didn't really.
Yeah, that's true. On the surface, it looks like that, and that's probably just because they had something that they needed us to do. But you can bet in our records that mission is going to be sitting there for a while. Not that I'm speaking from any experience of any past missions that have gone awry, but I have heard that when that sort of thing happens, it can follow you for a while.
Right. All right. Okay. So it's a bad idea or a good idea?
I'll put it this way: it's worse than the water supply in Oro.
I know.
That's
Also,
fine. That's
what's
fine.
liability mean?
What'd you say?
What does liability mean?
Means we're responsible.
Responsible. Oh, okay.
They're gonna hold us responsible for it. All right, let's go see how Justice is doing. If Sam's still awake.
They're gone. Oh, no, they're there.
Sam is desperately trying to stay awake, but she is struggling. She's
All right,
she's
well-
on the struggle bus.
Sam, you go ahead and give yourself a chance to get some more shut eye. I'm going to send a memo real quick, and then we'll have a little consult about what the plan is for the day, and hopefully Kyle will be back by then. All right, and then Yvonne leaves the room and goes down here, and comes in here and closes his door, pulls out his W-2 memo, and sends a message to Jermaine Leclerc detailing, honestly, a lot of information, right? Like, the last update was from before the church, or the temple. So, Red Ring, kind of write down, basically I give him a summary. And I will ask at the end of the summary, many signs pointing to Bogart family involvement, signed affidavit received, Christoph Bogart has bank account, maybe affiliated with Red Ring Gang. Not sure if we have means to put a freeze on that account. Query, like.
All right, so you see the ... You see, red. It scrolls out in cursive, red, and then ... And he says, account easily frozen. Excellent work. Do we know if Christoph was working by himself? Is this is the entire family complicit? Regardless, arrest Christoph Bogart immediately.
Oh boy.
So
Think
I'll
the whole
respond.
family's suspicious because
Yeah, I'll respond, basically saying that feedback from informant suggests
and behavior from
affair.
family members.
And behavior from family members suggest that family is involved. Sounds like matriarch is shot caller, but evidence not yet acquired. Period.
Okay.
Circle.
Okay. Red ... Is
Oh, and I do detail in there the plan to supplant the daughter with the doppelganger, like that. Everything I can think of, basically.
So basically he says family certainly seems complicit. And
Yeah.
he says
Continue as planned.
yeah. Like, you see there's like a ... You could tell he's like, this is definitely a person who's trying to make a difficult call right now. Just like he's writing the draft, be like, no, I can't say that. Should I use emojis? I don't know. He's definitely he's having a time. He's having a moment. I'm trying to decide what Jermaine Leclerc would say. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm thinking about it. Oh, Kyle died. Oh, good
Kyle
game,
died.
Kyle.
Good game.
So, okay, actually, I'm going to ask the group. This is going to be a meta question.
Yeah.
How much longer do you want to play this campaign? Because if Jermaine Leclerc gives the arrest order, we're heading into endgame. Like, it's going to be kind of it's going to be barreling towards a conclusion. There are several possible conclusions of this campaign. This is definitely one of them. Like, all signs are pointing to an ending, possibly tonight, which I'm totally fine with if that's what you guys want to do. And then we can do something else, sometime in the near future. If you guys want to keep playing this campaign and dig around a little bit more, we can do that too. But it just kind of really depends on what you guys want to do. Because Jermaine Leclerc can give you one of two. Like he can give you one of two answers. If it's like if he wants more evidence, then you guys are gonna spend some time digging around. If that doesn't sound fun, he could just be like, "Fucking no, just you know what? You found the Red Ring gang operating on their property. That's enough. That's enough for an arrest warrant. Like,
No.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
But they would have a more difficult time proving it in court because I didn't know that was there. That everybody's seen white collar criminals get off with bullshit.
Yeah.
So, which isn't to say that they would, but the chances are higher. You would definitely, either way, you deal the Red Ring gang a terrible blow. But anyway,
we wanted to get to the bottom of the MILLWATER mystery, then that would mean a few more games. It sounds like
it really, I have no idea what the future holds in that regard.
Okay.
But I'm saying that this is like a conclusion. Like you guys are building towards a conclusion, right now. So if you want to go that route, like totally cool with me. I'm 100% in on it because you guys have been making good decisions. Like this would be a perfectly serviceable ending. You guys,
I mean,
crack the case.
I think that sounds fun. I don't want to make that decision without Kyle's input, obviously, because he is one of the four of us.
Oh my God, with player input.
I know, it's the worst. I could definitely go. No, that was close. There we go. I could definitely
Take a break.
Yeah, I have to use the restroom anyway, so let's
Sure.
pause.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
we could head towards a closure, but allow it, because there's still like, I feel like there's still room to like, if we change our minds, like we want to keep doing it. There's still opportunity there.
We could go arrest Kristoff, and then it could be like, but then the demon summoning pit opens up, and you have to climb down in, or whatever.
I feel like an arcal conclusion would feel good, and then we can decide if we want to.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm at, but I don't know how everyone else feels.
Yeah, I mean, if we're told that we should arrest him/them soon, we could still take a roundabout way to get there potentially. Because I don't want to be rushed to like try to get to the end right away.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But also, it feels like we kind of have a good sense now of what the resolution makes sense to look like. So
all right. I kind of like what Casey said, that like come towards like a story arc resolution, and then decide if you guys want to f around in this stupid town a little bit longer, or because there are still things here that you haven't dug into too deeply, and there's also the case of what happened to Patrice. Haven't solved that 100%. So
and that's largely because I keep looking at this puzzle, and I have done like I'm sure it's much simpler than I've made it. I'm like, the king was always 3 steps ahead. Okay, well, the word king is in kayaking, so that's one of 32 different alternatives that I've come up with for how these things are supposed to be changed in their juxtaposition.
Okay.
Right, like
all right, wait.
every letter and go up 3.
I'm gonna pause you right there. I'm not that smart. Okay, I'm not like.
Well, I'm dumb, so I don't know what it is. So
I was also like 3 steps ahead. 3 steps ahead could be 3 steps like letters steps, but I'm like, none of the words really fit for that. Could be every 3rd letter. I literally took out each of those sentences, and I took every 3rd letter, and they didn't make anything legible. So I was like, all right, well, every 3rd word? Nope, tried that. So I'm just dumb.
You're not dumb. It's actually, when I tell you what the solution to that puzzle is, you're gonna be like, oh, right.
Oh,
It's not like there's a classic. There's a great a reoccurring meme about D&D. It's like, now, I'll present you with your most difficult problem, and it's like, it has a book. It's like, riddles for 2-year-olds, or riddles for 2nd graders. It's like, yeah, it's accurate. Hi, Kyle.
Yeah. I will eventually spend more time looking at it. Welcome back. Did you get a truck?
No. We let it end at like 4,800 and change. But the reserve was not met on it, so we were kind of hesitant to push it over 5,000 because I was guessing that was the reserve. So what I'm gonna do now is
message them.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can't contact the fire station directly.
So nobody got it?
Theoretically, nobody got it. Now he could have, they could choose to sell it to that guy, but it did to the guy who won the auction. But it does say on there that like the seller has like, they have essentially veto rights, that they don't have to sell it to whoever wins the auction anyways.
This is a weird auction. There's like a floor, but they don't tell you what the floor is. Like,
yeah, I don't really like the site in that regard. Like, but whatever. If we don't get it, like, there's a couple other sites that we'll keep monitoring. But this one was just like, it's an hour away, so it's like we wouldn't have had to pay to have it towed to us. We wouldn't, I could go pick it up not even on a day off, on a day that I close. Like, so.
Yeah.
Like it was just too good to not to try.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but
yeah, I mean, would have been a cool story, but we'll get another one.
Okay.
All right.
So Jermaine Leclerc writes back, and he says, "Arrest Kristoff if you meet with resistance use your discretion.
That's why we hired you.
Listen, when you're in a bureaucracy, you always kick it up the chain. You know, nobody.
Yeah. that's
You
right.
arrested me. Technically, so and so signed the order. So he says, account is being frozen as we speak. Do you need backup?
Let's see. I'm gonna go back over here just before I respond. Like he'll see the dots, and then I'm gonna come in and close the door. All right, it's time to poll the audience. Jermaine Leclerc would like to know if we need backup.
For what?
We're gonna go arrest Christoph.
Say Little Christoph?
Christoph?
All right.
I don't remember.
Who's Christoph again?
Christoph Bogart is one of the Bogart sons.
Okay.
I sent all of the information that we had about the operation that we had, and so they're freezing their account that Sam led us to, and they are telling us that it's time for us to arrest Christoph Bogart.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna respond back. I ask everyone, and then I'm like, no, we absolutely need backup. And so I write back down on the paper, given last interactions with the Baroness and the Baroness's twin children, in parentheses, they are very creepy. I'm not exaggerating this at all, Jermaine. I cannot remember a time I have met creepier children, and I was in Oro. And then I, in parentheses, move back.
The Baroness is the Martins. The Martins
Yes.
is the Baroness family.
That's precisely my problem. The Baroness, their children told you that you were going to die. They're not even related. I mean, they're clearly related, but they're not even directly related to the things that we're investigating, and they're still death threatening you. So yeah, I think we could use some backup. So given past interactions between ATEC and the Baroness, and I mean, honestly, even the Dubois, but less so the Dubois, backup is likely to be of value.
Okay.
Sam counts in on it.
You hear ... Yvonne, we need to work on the length of your messages. And then he says,
Oh,
I'm sorry. Are you saying that the Baroness is complicit?
I'll put two things. One, period. To the best of our knowledge, the Baroness is not complicit. However, the Baroness's children threatened the life of one of our agents, period. And then two, Patrice's journal had the following information in it. Get the DM to fucking solve this riddle for us, because Jermaine Leclerc's a smart guy. And then I'll put the two lines that we found in there. If you can make sense of this, by all means, go ahead. Period. Something to do on your off hours. ...
I like the please shorten your messages, immediately followed by somehow a longer message.
That's right. That's
That seems
right.
Very Yvonne.
Okay.
Just make it a little more dramatic and monologue-y. Then you're fully role-playing.
Do 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 do.
Slide code.
Slide code. First letter of each word.
Vanilla.
No, okay, so you do the first letter of each code and then slide it 3. I got it. You guys see it now?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so W, T,
You don't
U, V.
understand ciphers?
No. You got this, Casey.
Throw it out there.
Look at the first letter of each word in the thing. So W, went. W goes, so in
Wait,
the,
what?
oh, sorry, hold on. That's where, you're not, you're not looking at the code, which is why this is so confusing to you. Remember, we had this in the book.
Yeah, but I never. That is okay.
So
Hubba-dubba-dubba-dubba.
Nope, this still doesn't make any sense.
yeah, so it makes sense because you go from the W and you slide down three steps ahead. So you slide down 3. So but slide. I
thought
get it
you
now.
did
It's
this. I thought
only
you
at
did
first. I did everything but the thing that he's describing, which makes perfect sense once you say it. But only at first. So you take only the first letter of each word, and then you slide it down 3, and you get the expression, the bells never lie.
Nope,
So,
still don't understand. what you're
W.
saying.
Oh, no,
W
I
goes
get
down.
it.
I get what you're saying.
I don't understand ciphers.
All right, that's fine. We don't.
Well,
listen,
you're playing Al. You're
We
playing
know
Al, so
who
this works.
wouldn't have ended World War II.
It's all of us. It's all of
Where
us.
do you get the T
Yeah,
from?
100%.
So T is 3 letters in the alphabet above W.
Yeah. So
I have to
the
know an
king-
alphabet.
you have
Sorry,
to know your
bud. You gotta
alphabet.
know the
Yeah,
alphabet.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's a cool. You're right. Very straightforward. Very simple. I just didn't look at it that way. But yeah, excellent. Anyway, the bells never lie.
Is that also a cipher? Because that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well, the bells never lie might mean something that we might be able to understand, but
That is not a cipher, it is just a mystery to us still.
The bells never lie. The bells, like a clock
All
bells.
right, I'm just gonna give this one
Clock
to you,
bells, 'cause-
Bob. You remember that you actually acquired something from Patrice's possessions in like the 2nd or 3rd game.
yeah, I remember it was a little. Yeah.
It was a branch covered in bells.
Yes, a branch covered in bells. That's right.
Oh,
I don't.
So is it
remember
like
that.
a divining rod of some sort? The bells never lie. What?
Oh, it's a truth bell. You shake it
Maybe.
at people, and then they tell the truth because they don't like the sound of ringing bells.
I mean, maybe. Let's find out. And I shake it at Al.
This game is making me feel really stupid.
You shake it at Al.
that's all it does. That's useless because
Nothing
I already
happens.
have Zone of Truth, so we could do that anyway without the bells.
We don't know if that's what it means.
What are the bells saying?
They say
Hey.
ring-a-ding-ding.
Oh,
I'm gonna search the bells and see if there's anything like inside any of them.
There are not anything.
Okay,
How many bells are on the stick?
good question.
I don't know, 2 dozen? There's a lot
Not
of,
an amount that is significant. Got it.
an
Excellent, thanks.
insignificant number of bells.
Alright.
But when I say it like that,
Um,
it sounds like there's not a lot of bells, you know? So
Yeah. Yeah,
2
that's
dozen
true.
is a lot of bells.
an unimportant number of bells. How about that?
I
But
feel
we
like
don't have
we
any
are
reason-
that gif of the roosters pecking at the red faucet at this point.
Oh, 100%, 100%. That's what Yvonne's like. The bells never lie. Shake the bells over the journal.
My
Nope. Shake the
don't
bells
lie.
toward Yvonne. They don't seem to be magical, right?
Does anybody have detect magic?
Hmm. I think probably Justice does.
Looking. I do. I will detect magic.
All right, that only takes 10 minutes.
What else we got going on?
That's true. We got nothing going on. I'm sending messages back and forth to.
I mean, we gotta go arrest that
I
one
will-
person, but, you know.
I will
you
respond.
get a response from Jermaine, sending troops downriver. Will be there this evening.
I'll respond saying, thanks for the backup. Chances are good X is on our backs now. That account frozen. We'll do the best that we can until then. Also, retrieved bells from Patrice.
And he says, "Good luck."
Perfect. All right. So,
All right. So 10 minutes later, Justice. They are magic.
oh shit.
They're magic, and they don't lie. Good, honest magic.
I'm gonna lie in front of it. Look at something that's not red and say it's red.
Apparently, you are able to lie in front of the bells.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Hold the stick.
I hold the stick and do the same thing.
You are once again able to lie.
I think it must be something else.
That the GM's head.
Do the bells go off when he lies?
No.
So if we sit with this for an hour, is there a way to try to attune to these bells?
No, it's not an attuned item.
Oh, okay.
I just scoff, ugh, magic, and I like walk out the door.
This is why I play martial classes.
This is why I just turn into a werewolf. It's almost easier.
Life's a lot
play
simpler.
dice, so.
Well,
I'm not going far. I'm just sulking quietly.
times I wish I was playing a wizard and could cast Identify, or even better, what's the legend lore? Please explain everything about this to me. Can I make an Arcana check to figure out anything? I guess I should ask.
Walk around
Justice.
Maybe it's like a divining rod. You can walk around town. Like,
Yeah. Justice, what kind of auras does the thing have? Is it like what kind of magic is this that we're looking at?
What can I tell from detect magic? Just that it's magic, right?
No, you can see more than that.
What can I
faint
see?
aura around
It's,
India
Oh, right.
It's divination.
and learn School of Magic.
Divination.
Divination.
All right.
Ooh, that seems useful.
Hey Al, I got a job for you.
Is it walk around town with the bells?
Not yet. Let's just try a different thing first. Hold it in your hand. Close your eyes,
I close my eyes.
and you feeling anything? No, don't open your eyes, Al.
I'm feeling real stupid.
I peek back in. You look real stupid too.
I feel hungry.
All right, let's play around with this magic item. Mystical. Don't know what the hell it does or how it works. We know it does something. Divination. It's a rod. It's got bells. Yeah, shake the bells with your eyes closed. See if it does anything for you.
I play Jingle Bells on the bell.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. See if you can imagine. Wait. Hey, Nave, go. And I lean out the corner and I point.
Yeah.
Think about Nave while you're holding the bells, Al. Keep your eyes closed. See if you feel any pull or anything.
Thinking about Nate. Thinking about Nate.
All right. Well, the joy of magic items is that sometimes you just don't know what the fuck they do. There's an idea. Steve, I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
I'm gonna make an illusion of a spider because why not? Small spider, not a huge spider.
All right. Sam screams and passes out, but you.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought they were already asleep.
Well, you
I thought
thought
it
so.
But
Maybe
now
I'll
they're
make
really
noise with
asleep.
the bells.
Yeah, they're the bells. Yeah.
All right. So you make an illusion of a spider.
All right. Try to ring the bells over towards it.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Nah.
Okay. Well,
Hit the
I thought-
spider.
I thought maybe illusion, not lying. I'm trying to figure out what the truth here would be. It's not a verbal untruth, or maybe we just don't know how to use the damn things, and that's also possible.
I mean, maybe. It's clearly we don't know how to use the damn things.
Can we
And I
ask?
feel like I had a weird dream once. Since we arrived here, I wonder if it has anything to do
Yeah, you hold the
with
bells.
that.
You hold the bells and you see Patrice again. That'd be fucked up. Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do if you sleep whilst holding the bells. Or maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's certainly a mystery. We've got, the better part of a day before our backup arrives, but we don't know that we have the better part of the day before Kristoff is on to us.
we also don't know if we have better part of a day for Kristoff just to run.
Yeah, I suppose that's a fair point. I guess we should go try to arrest him then, huh?
Yes, we should.
Are we gonna wait for backup?
Well, if we need it, it'll be here, and if we don't, it'll be here.
We've done our due diligence in getting the information that was required to folks. If they get here and we're gone, that'll be unfortunate.
That being said, I fear for Sam if we leave her alone.
Yeah, Sam's gonna have to come with us, unfortunately.
Or put her in jail with the bailiff watcher.
Oh, you know it's a horrible thought.
Having to put her in jail with those cultist summoners.
No, I was thinking a horrible thought is what if the law of the town are on the payroll. Like Twig has given us a lot of hell. He seems like a genuine stand-up sort of person, but yeah.
Well,
Well,
why don't we
we don't
accumulate
know
as many
any-
people as we can and
For
zone of
7,000
truth
gold
them?
pieces, though? I mean,
We
That's a
don't
good idea,
know-
Justice.
It is a good idea. So we don't know anything about the sheriff. So yes, I don't think Twigs is in on it, but
Sheriff
Sheriff.
hasn't shown his bony ass in our presence in quite a while, so who knows what he's up to.
Bony eyes. Let's go.
Yeah, that was that.
we could leave Sam here under the care of the innkeeper. He seems trustworthy. We could lock the door.
I think being able to trust people that they wouldn't intentionally let any harm come to Sam versus being able to trust people to be capable of fending off potential harm are two very different questions.
We
And,
do already have the signed confession and of Sam, so with the risk of sounding completely heartless, even if Sam dies, her testimony does not.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep Sam alive, though, Nate.
I agree, and we should. I'm saying
having this conversation right in front of
While
Sam.
she's directly there,
She's
sleeping.
passed out.
she's passed out. It's fine.
I'll be right back.
Just-
And
Getting real It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia vibes. We're like, because of the implication.
yeah,
I'm not saying
Um,
that we do it. Obviously, we would never do it. But if we,
but if we did do it,
yeah.
Yvonne's gonna go down and ask Mildred if she can. Just gonna order some breakfast.
You go down and
Um,
order some breakfast.
I still don't understand that stupid slide code.
So
there's
it's a letter.
there's
but
no
not that letter.
Kyle, you stop. You
Different
stop.
letter.
How do you get a slide code and then you pick the first letter of each word and then go 3 letters down? Where in the
So where it is the little clue that Steve gave us, which was this, and I'm gonna bold words for emphasis. Bold. And I don't know if bold comes through in this, but no, it doesn't. The king was always 3 steps ahead, would be in bold, and only at first would be in bold, which means only at first, look at only the first letter of each word, then go 3 steps down, not ahead, but back, and you would
ahead.
get.
Three
What-
letters
but-
ahead in the alphabet.
You would go
That
3
works.
letters back. You would go 3 letters back in the alphabet from the letters that Steve has there.
3 letters
Exactly.
ahead.
Exactly. That's why to solve it, you go 3 letters back. So the W becomes a T, the K becomes an E. I don't know.
I would never have gotten this.
The W becomes a T, the K becomes an H, I, J, K. Yep.
Well, to make yourself
That's
feel
better.
better, Casey, none of us got it.
No, sure didn't. And I love puzzles. I spent, enough time on it that I should have solved it, but
Yeah, it sounds like you were on sort of the right track.
Yeah, a couple
That's
weeks ago,
close.
you made a
That's the
comment about
wrong
like
road.
you made a comment about like, oh, it's I wonder if it's like a slide thing. I was like, oh shit, he's on the right track. Yeah, but I can't say
Yeah.
anything because that. would
Mhm.
Yeah, literally, I thought you said exactly what this is
he did.
No.
like a few weeks ago.
He
I said what it was, but I didn't actually solve it that way. I went through like 13 other different. I was like, that doesn't make sense for all of these other variants because the words are all coherent. But yeah, It's cool.
I'm not gonna hold it against you, but these are like the worst things to be in the world.
Wait a second.
Casey, it's okay.
So
I
much.
strongly disagree. I love codes like
No,
this,
it's
so we
fine.
can balance it
Have
out.
your personal preference.
My immediate thought is I want to list a bunch of bad things to see what is worse. 2K.
No, it's fine.
Cancer.
Talking about
Cancer.
politics in
Yeah,
D&D.
what's worse, cancer or ciphers?
Okay, cancer, obviously.
Okay,
All right. Well,
It's
so
on my-
see,
my-
there you
I think
go.
we've solved it.
Okay. Ciphers or getting a flat tire on the way to work.
Oh my God, Kyle.
What?
This
This
I
is my
can follow
own.
with flat tire, so ciphers.
All right. Sliding it back down. Sliding it back down.
Sliding it back down.
Stubbing
like the
your
cipher.
toe
Yeah.
really hard on something
Cipher.
that your kid left out on the floor that you told them to pick up. Or
Ciphers.
ciphers. Okay.
Ciphers.
Ciphers or emergency trip to the hospital.
Who's going to the
Emergency.
hospital?
Hospital, yeah. Nobody likes
We'll
emergency.
start with you.
Emergency trip to the hospital.
All right. look how well balanced Casey is.
I was just trying,
thought is like,
I was trying to
don't
go
know.
scale. Like where is this cipher going to land on this scale of?
He's so well balanced. Like he's like, well, obviously a trip to the emergency room is way worse. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know.
Well, I was wondering because if you would have said ciphers is worse than trip for me, then I had to go to other people. It was gonna get weird.
There's a lot of things to factor in when you're talking about a trip to the emergency room, though. Like, how good is your
It's
insurance
true.
covering it, and
true.
how bad
How
is the
big of
actual
an
reason for the ER?
Yeah, am I only
Is
going
it-
to the ER because urgent care is closed?
I mean, during COVID right now, I mean, this is, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
things to factor in. It's
Yeah.
a complex question.
That's why it's That's why it's real. It's real high, low on this bad things thing.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Are
To
we,
be fair,
are we recording
ciphers-
this conversation?
Yeah, we are. 100%.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't we
Ciphers
be?
also vary from a
Yeah, no,
very
all
simple
ciphers
cipher to
Listen.
what Steve just gave us.
No, that was a simple
This
cipher.
isn't the
I
hardest
specifically
cipher.
put this one in for Bob, and he
Yeah, I appreciate
he
you.
100% kicked it to an NPC, like a bitch.
I did. I am completely at peace with that decision because I would have
I will
spent the
say
next week
this.
figuring it
I
out.
will say
too.
this, Bobby. The rest of us did not think about sending it to a.
They didn't
to
even
an
try.
NPC.
To be
Oh,
fair,
no, yeah, that's also true. Didn't try at all.
We
zero.
all
did
thought,
not-
and we're like,
Lost
that looks
zero sleep
confusing.
thinking
But to
about
be
this.
fair, we've got the answer now, and we still don't know to the fucking bells. So honestly, whatever, right? Like,
Yeah, but this is tried and true D&D shit. What does the magic
That's
item do?
true.
You don't know. I'm gonna close my eyes and think about the illusion of the spider that our
Mhm.
sorcerer created. What happens? And the DM's like, nothing. Obviously, what possible use would that be? Yes, you can detect illusionary spiders in this very. No. Why?
well,
what's-
maybe it gets rid of lies such as illusions, right?
Yes, but why? Why the closing of the
More
eyes?
like Elysians.
Well, that was just if it was like a proper divining
No,
rod, where it's like,
Kyle, we established that Elijahs are mostly about bread earlier in
Oh,
the.
that's right. Yeah,
yeah, you
you're
missed, you missed, yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah
Why don't we
4,
bring it-
9.
Why don't we bring it to that elf lady? She's smart. I mean, for bringing other NPCs in the game.
Yeah, let's go ring
Rope
some
in
bells
every
for
Yeah.
people.
Let's go get the NPCs to solve the things that we can't figure out. Excellent.
That's called delegating.
That's right. And we are a lawful party, so we're allowed to do
And
that.
We are
Guardian Fire.
we are government workers, so we are almost told to do that.
This is the whole theme of this: is we don't make decisions for ourselves. We ask the higher ups.
I like how like
We
the
don't solve
possible.
things for ourselves. We delegate.
We are middle management in action.
I love how the possible conclusion of this game is the party being like, why don't we delegate all the problems to the NPCs?
It's their problem. They should figure it out.
Right. So what's the
Our
plan,
store
guys?
keeps getting robbed.
That's rough, bud.
I will find somebody who might help you.
I think we should move Sam to a different room.
Sam's coming with us, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Really
think bringing
walk
Sam
now.
with us could be very dangerous for Sam.
Also, Sam can't really walk super well
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
account of
we
the
can-
whole.
Sam They make like baby carriers that
For
Al can
full-grown
wear.
humans.
Not for
I think
Hey,
I do
hold
think
on,
break
Justice,
something up.
please.
Half elves.
I do think Justice has a
Half
good
elf, I
idea
see.
for what to do with Sam. I think we get a different room under a fake name and put Sam in that room under the care of the innkeeper.
They'll never figure out that Sam, who we brought here wrapped in cocoons, is in a different room in the same establishment.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put the bells in front of the door. It'll be fine.
Hold on a sec. When Mildred, they never lie.
Is Sam in there? Yes.
All right. So when does Mildred bring the food up, or are we going down to get it?
Well, you ordered breakfast, man. I thought you were eating down there.
No, we're still up in the room.
Okay, so yeah, she brings the food up.
So
Is
when
she-
she gets here, I say thank you so much for the meal, Mildred. Really appreciate your hospitality. It seems as though our time here is growing short. And I wanted to ask you a favor.
Of course,
you-
dear. What is it?
Do you,
Do you
have
know
a
what these
place-
do?
do you know a place? Do you have a hidey hole here?
She kind of gives you a look.
I'm not asking in my official capacity as a member of ATEC to acquire anything. If you would please draw your attention to the young-ish half-elven woman on the bed. We're reasonably confident that her life will be threatened in the near future. We would like that to be more difficult.
All right, she's like, oh, well, that's different. She's a guest. Yeah, I have somewhere she can stay.
Wonderful. Then we will leave her in your care. Under no circumstances is anyone other than a designated ATEC staff member, task force member, I don't remember what the hell our thing is, our full designation is, should be allowed access to her, especially not members of the, is it Bogart? I'm mixing up my families. Yeah, no Bogart family members.
She's like, okay, I can do that. Should I expect you for dinner then?
That will depend on how our next endeavor goes, but with any luck, yes.
She looks at Al. She looks at you. She's like, I have a plate ready for you either way.
We're be
After she
eating
leaves,
justice.
what if we instead put her with the coroner in her house as a double bluff? Because,
What do-
I mean, I'm not 100% sure that this innkeeper is on the up and up.
You're full of
Mildred.
ideas today, Al. This is
I-
a new look
I
on
do
you.
I do like the
go.
idea, but I think I actually trust the innkeeper more than the coroner.
I second Nave's perspective.
And it's not that I distrust the coroner, it's that I don't think she would go out of her way to protect Sam where the innkeeper may.
That lines up well with my experience of it too, Nave.
But good job, Al. We're really proud of you.
Yes,
for
we
the
are.
idea.
All right. An idea.
That's 2 in 1 day, Al. You're doing a great job.
I look at the bells.
I go back to playing dice by
They
myself.
don't do anything. They don't do anything when Al has 2 good ideas. Bullshit belts.
Yeah. Feel the same.
These bells are bullshit. All right. So what's the plan, guys?
Let's go arrest the
I
dude.
think we're going to arrest a dude.
We don't need to question anybody. We're just gonna go for it. We don't need to figure out
think
if there's
so.
other people in on it. We're just gonna go do
Would
our
it be
thing.
good to figure that out? Absolutely, it would be good to figure that out. But we're on the clock now because that account's gotten frozen. So you better believe there's someone got tipped off when that account got frozen. Maybe not
Right.
immediately, but it probably didn't take him
Also,
long.
we were directly ordered to arrest him.
We were. So that's what we're doing. Lawful parties.
Okay, so it doesn't take a lot of questioning to find out that the Bogart family owns an estate in this area, the Twin Tower. It's like a manor house. Basically, it's named after it has two large towers, like overlooking this central courtyard area. It's the ancestral home of the Bogart family. And it's a very quick walk. 1 second. There we go. It's raining today.
Oh, it's raining.
It is raining.
But do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Little family circus action.
I was just gonna make that reference. Damn it.
Haha,
You do
too
it.
late. It was my joke, Kyle. Don't butt in. All right. And you guys go to Twin Tower. What's the plan? You guys pass between the twin. There's a gate at the Twin Towers. Like, it's locked. It's closed. This is a private establishment here.
You ring the bell.
You ring the bell.
Bells never lie.
They never lie.
A guardsman steps out from a little booth. Can I help you?
You may. We're here on official government business. Show them the ATEC badge.
How can I help you?
We would like a meeting with. Oh shit! What are the family names?
Christoph Bogart.
Christoph Bogart.
And what is this concerning?
It is concerning Christoph Bogart.
That is.
Very well. And he just a moment, please. And he goes back in. He runs back into the guardhouse. You see another guard run into the house, and like a couple minutes later, he runs back in. The guy opens the gate. He says, "The mistress of the manor will see you in the study. Her butler will show you up."
Thank you.
For the mistress, though, no?
We did not ask for the mistress, Al, but as we heard earlier, the mistress calls the shots.
So,
Oh, I'm on here twice. Weird.
oh, you are. I think I was using you as a token to make sure that my lines of sight actually worked.
Yeah.
So you guys are led. Actually, you guys are like. This is gonna be kind of weird. You guys are led up the stairs, down a hallway. You see two guards lining a door, and you're led inside the door. Here. Behind a desk, you see an old.
I'll to go last here. Let you go in front. I'll go in the back.
Yeah, you guys can organize yourselves however you want. You see an old elf woman. Like this elven woman has. So her hair is bright red. It's healthy. Her skin looks like it's been pulled over her skull. Like this is an elven woman, advanced in age for an elf. And behind her, you see a dark-skinned gentleman with black hair streaked with gray, and eyes. His eyes are like silvery mirrors. Knave, you see this man, and your hackles stand up on end. You recognize this man as a fellow practitioner. Like, you could smell it on him.
Whereas, so he's a blood hunter.
He's a blood hunter.
Or he's particularly the whatever my version
He's
of
not.
blood hunter is.
Here's the thing: you recognize blood hunters, like real recognize real sort of thing. You don't know what this guy is, but he's not a school you recognize. But he is definitely a blood hunter.
Okay.
And so,
I need to look up something real fast.
Yeah, he's
It's D&D related.
he's leaning against the wall, and he's got leaning against the wall next to him is a large, ugly axe. And the ancient elf woman says, "How can I help you, gentlemen? And lady, of course."
We're here for a meeting with your son, Christoph Bogart.
I'm afraid Christoph is not here. What seems to be the trouble, officers?
Well, we'll need to be talking to him, so if you could let us know when he was last seen and where you believe he was headed, that'd be very helpful.
I last saw him last night at dinner. I have no idea where he might be.
Do you expect him for dinner tonight as well?
Who knows? He's a willful boy.
Well, that may be the case. We are members of the Agricultural Tax Extension Committee, and we have some questions for you regarding the activities of your mill on the south side of the lake.
Oh,
Or
yes.
river. Excuse me.
South Mill, of course.
Hmm.
Finest
Yes.
textile mill in the city.
Wonderful. You would not be against answering some questions about its operations and any knowledge you may have about activities that are run in and around that facility?
Are you asking in an official capacity?
I am asking in an official capacity.
Then you can consult my attorney.
Well,
They reside in Andonin. It may be a few days before you get a response.
unfortunately, we have more pressing a more pressing timetable. So I will ask again, would you be willing to answer questions openly in an official capacity regarding the activities of that establishment?
And as I already said, if you wish to ask in an official capacity, you can ask my attorney.
Then I apologize to let you know, Mrs. Bogart, but you are officially under arrest under the authority of the Ministry of Compliance, and I list off like 3 statutes.
Okay, everybody roll! It's time for initiative! Are you threatening me, Master Jedi? Alright. Whoops. Do. Oops. Do. Combat. And then.
Are you rolling initiative for everybody?
I am, because it's
Okay.
easy.
Huzzah!
Look at all those.
Oh, Mr.
rolls.
Simmons goes first.
Oh no,
Ba-bam.
we do not.
Oh,
go
that
first.
sound effect sucks. I figured out how to add sound effects to Dice So Nice.
Ta-da!
But it just sounded like the Windows like success stinger. It's like that.
Yeah,
that,
it really did.
That was fucking lame. What the hell was that? Wet fart noises. All right.
You need an air horn.
That was very funny.
Yeah. I need to get the Final Fantasy VII victory fanfare. You know,
Is there one for when we do a nat 1? Does
Yeah,
it go
you
womp,
can-
womp, womp,
yeah.
womp,
Well,
womp, womp,
I have one set,
womp.
but it's probably going to be like, bump, 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 bump. You know, I don't know what it's going to sound like now because I can't preview them. It's like preview. I'm like, yeah, and I click it and it just rolls a die. And it's like, you got a 15. I'm like, fucking, that's not helpful. I need.
Not a preview.
Yeah, that's. Okay. So Mr. Simmons goes first, and isn't he a bundle of joy? He picks his axe up from the wall. What the fuck?
And he stabs her in the back because that's the doppelganger.
That'd be amazing.
That would be pretty
'Cause
cool.
Blood,
All right,
blood
so
hunters are bros.
No, that's right. You would have
so
smelled.
1 second. I'm just going over some stuff. All right, so Kyle, he looks at you and his eyes flash, his silvery eyes. They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. In Simmons' case, you wish that you had put up some curtains. I need you to make me a saving throw DC 13. Constitution. You can just click on your token and then click on the thing in the chat.
Yeah.
Easy.
Nicely done.
Oh dear.
Woof. That's a lot of damage.
So you take 6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh.
That's not my favorite thing.
And then he activates this ability.
Wow. Okay then.
Great Nick. Just flat. Any creature ends its turn. That's 30 feet of them. Oh lord.
Yeah.
Oh lordy lord!
He's a big problem.
He's a evil blood hunter.
Apparently that is a thing that they do.
All right, that's going to be his turn. And then who is this guy? From out the bathroom. What? This guard runs in and he's going to attack Al. He's not paid enough for this, but he doesn't know that. Oops. No. Attack! Attack! That's not going to be nearly good enough!
No. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, friend.
Another guard rushes in and attacks Justice!
No.
Even worse! Yvonne, it's your turn.
Okay.
Well, you start your turn within 30 feet.
I take 5
end
points
your
of
turn.
necrotic damage. Oh, is end my turn?
End your turn.
End your turn.
Okay. Yep, it's the whole room, everyone. It's the whole room. Wonderful. Okay. Yvonne is going to cast... I guess Yvonne is going to cast Haste on Alan Knave with Twin Spell. And if you would like, I will roll a d100.
I would like.
Okay, I will do that. 49. Let's look at what 49 is. Wild magic. 49. Okay. You can't speak for the next minute. Whenever you try, pink bubbles float out of your mouth.
Ooh, that's a big problem for you.
That's a huge problem.
Well, I get one spell off. Hopefully it is good enough for the entire fight.
Good lord, Knave.
It's all on you guys this time. It's all on you guys.
Sorry, what did you roll? I was reading something.
I have bubbles that are coming out of my mouth that prevent me from speaking.
Bubbles breath.
Bubbles.
Right.
I have bubble breath.
And
But you've got haste.
Bubble breath.
But I have haste. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
You put haste in the chat for us?
I
Yeah.
can put haste in the chat for you both. Here we go.
Yep.
Cast, consume spell slot. Boom.
+2 SP, speed double, advantage on deck saves, and gets an additional action. Can be used to take the attack, dash, disengage. It's pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Well, I can attack 3 times now,
Yes.
Yeah.
and my AC is +2.
Yes.
Correct.
I'll take that.
Okay.
I'm going to add +2 right now.
Okay, and that recharges, which is good. And then I guess Yvonne will move 5 feet this way. I don't know.
Okay. Anything
Probably
else?
fine. Nope, I take 5 points of necrotic damage.
You do.
That is horrible, but anyway.
Yasmin steps backwards.
Uh-oh.
1 second. I didn't do this properly.
Empowered.
Oh my god, I did not do this properly at all. Wait, that's not what I want. I want this. I want this one, and I want this one. Oh my god. All right, hold on. This is stupid. So some things about this thing I don't like, and this is one of them. Give me 1 second. Oh my god. Game just cast the goddamn spell. I am aware of that. I don't need your fucking bullshit. Hold on. Sure. Thank you.
Magic
Jesus.
missile.
She's gonna launch this at Justice for 3 points of damage. She like bolts out of her chair, magic missile, and just you get hit for 3 points of damage.
But
Okay.
it's three.
It's three of those.
3 of those.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you only did 1d4 plus 1.
Thanks, guys.
So 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
I was like, I don't remember magic missile being that weak.
Yeah, that made more sense. Alright.
If we were playing 3rd edition, maybe.
No, even then, I would think you got 3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
I think it was one. It was per like spell levels, 1 die for.
They didn't
spell
have
level.
scaling spell levels in 3rd edition. That was a 5th edition thing.
No,
3rd
they
edition.
did,
No, your saving throw went up
Your
by
saving
spell
throw went up,
level.
yeah.
But the your spells didn't empower. You couldn't empower your spells unless you were a sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this guy here is going to go ahead and give it the old college try against Justice.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh, no, never mind. He ain't doing shit. Al, it's your turn.
All right. Well, I got a guard in my way.
You got 3 of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack this first one. This guy right here.
Okay. Give it your best shot. You don't have the guts.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Fuck. All right.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do that.
Oh.
Is he alive? I will mark him for free.
No, he's dead.
No, you just snicker snack that dude. Goes falling.
Then I'll go. Eat that.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll attack this dude right here.
Okay.
Second attack. Oh,
Ha!
There was no noise.
I think you have to set it up individually. I think it's just more dice.
I see. Gotcha.
well, then I will use my bonus or my haste action to attack the 3rd time.
Okay. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do it.
Very nice.
8.
All right.
He
he-
is marked and reduced speed.
All right. Marked. We'll put this little. No, that's unconscious. We'll put this little shieldy boy on him. I don't know. Fucking whatever.
Marked.
Okay.
Anything else? You've got a bonus action.
Breath weapon is actually a full action,
It's a full
right?
action. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That was just the tomb thing. Never mind.
That was just a we fucked up the tomb rules thing.
For like
Right.
12
and because we did it for
months.
like 4 months, yeah, it was like, you know what? Whatever. Fucking let's keep going. It's fine.
No, I mean I could toot a horn, but that's not gonna help, so that's okay.
Okay. Justice, it's your turn.
Okay. Is the nasty
Oh, Casey, take 5 points of
Aura-
necrotic damage.
Thank you.
Yes, that aura of an annihilation. That's a magical effect.
Yes.
Let's get rid of that shit.
Oh, please do.
Seriously. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Oh, dispel magic. DC 10 plus. All right, so it's going to be a DC 13.
If it's third level lower, it's automatically.
Right. So DC 13.
Okay.
Ooh.
Spell casting check. So using your it's D20 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, so I roll this.
Plus proficiency.
Plus proficiency. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 plus your spell casting modifier. So
So probably 7. So D20 plus 7.
4. Yeah. So D20 plus 7. Yeah. Oh, eat shit, Simmons. All right.
Ah, good roll.
Excellent roll. Really fucking good.
Mhm. Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, you cast the spell, and you
Like the equivalent of throwing
actually,
magical dirt in his eyes.
make me one more roll. There's a second effect that hasn't come into play yet,
Oh.
Oh.
they're not.
another-
but it is active. It just hasn't showed up yet.
Oh.
Okay, another.
Same thing. D20 plus 7.
20. Okay.
Oh my fucking
Oh.
god.
Yay.
Dang.
Apparently you just saved us from some serious trouble, Grace.
She did actually. Like, this guy's no fucking joke, and she just shut down 2 of his abilities that are both fucking badass. All right, great. So, boom. All right, you see
That
him.
Richard Simmons.
You hit him with the spell, and he staggers, and he looks at you with extreme rage. Like, he is fucking furious with you.
Do his like mirror eyes become like normal looking?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: he had like a basilisk sort of effect.
Oh.
But he doesn't anymore, and because she shut down both of his things. So, hey, Grace is MVP right now. So that was your
Yeah.
action. You've got a bonus and a move left.
Cool. Cool. I can. I bonus action my
You can.
trident.
You absolutely can.
Where is
Is casting that a bonus? I thought casting was an
It's
action.
a bonus.
It's a
And
bonus?
casting, it's yeah.
Oh, that smells so good.
That's so good. Not concentration. I mean, just everything about that spell is like fucking amazing.
Yep.
All right, where are you casting
Doing
it?
I'm casting it. Let's hit the garden. Well, wait a minute. It's the ranged weapon, isn't it? Actually, I just gotta cast it somewhere where there's space for it.
Right.
Okay.
So just show me where, and I'll put a little. I've got this little token out.
I don't know how to do the clicky thing that shows
You hold
stuff on
X.
the map now.
Hold X and click.
Oh, that's not intuitive at all.
I know.
That's why I made mine just hold the button down.
Okay. Actually, let's put it here and just go straight for the
Okay.
Straight for the
old
woman?
hill. Yeah,
All right. So attack. Are you you're attacking Yasmin Bogart?
I am.
All right. Let's see it.
Nice.
Got rolling fucking
Yeah.
fire. All right, that's a hit. Oh my god.
Finish it.
Finisher.
Oh my!
What?
You really did.
Oops.
So you summon your trident, and it flips into existence and just spins her to the wall. Just, she's like, and she just coughs up blood, and
Considering non-lethal damage option.
Can you do that with a spiritual weapon?
I don't know.
Technically, yeah. She
You can
didn't.
do that anytime, can't you?
You can do it anytime. Did you want it to be non-lethal? Because you didn't specify, so I was assuming you were.
I know, I was not thinking that was gonna kill her. But you know what? Maybe that seems legit. That I swung at her thinking it was gonna be non-lethal, maybe, but oops.
Oopsie doozle.
I guess.
I actually kind of
It
like
is.
that. You're like, I thought she was more badass than that. It's like in Invincible when he like pummels a dude to death, and it's like, oh shit, I thought he was way tougher than that. I thought he was like a supervillain. They're like, no, he was just a normal dude. It's like, oh.
I
Whoops.
killed an old lady because I thought she was.
It is also
Yeah.
funny that of all of the characters, it's Justice who kills an old
I
lady.
know.
Oops.
Classic
The one who's-
justice.
The one
Classic
who's
Justice.
constantly battling with the two angels on her shoulder.
I know.
Oh
My-
goodness.
One of my angels
Oh.
is laughing and the other's crying now.
All right, 1 second. I think my son just got back. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, non-lethal would have been nice to be able to arrest her, but you know what?
Justice was served.
Justice was served. Casey, you should gain inspiration for that. Oh, that was so good. Oh, dang. Dang. That's funny.
She was resisting arrest.
I was arresting.
She was
I mean,
resisting
she
arrest.
was resisting arrest.
Decidedly.
Just quick,
Man,
grab some magic powder and start sprinkling on it.
No, you didn't, Casey, you monster. Oh, jeez. Dang, that was something. That was something.
it was funny.
All right, where were we? Oh, that's right. Grace just murdered an old lady.
Ah, finally, Valtrain can come down from the mantelpiece.
You hear somewhere from the heavens. You hear, "Yes, Queen."
Yeah, but Justice's murder was at least justified.
That's true. That's true. Valtrain, like an old
To be
lady,
fair,
made.
Valtrain never murdered her
It's true.
until after the campaign ended, when he said he was going back to murder her.
God, sweet old lady makes tea for all your comrades, and you just get super jealous.
Sweet old lady. Okay. Anyway,
Anything wrong in her whole life.
All right, so you see another elf, for an elf, a surprisingly buff elf, like rush into the room in like nobleman's clothes, and he sees Yasmin pinned to the wall, and he's like, "Mother, no!" And he draws weapons. He pulls a scimitar and a dagger out. No! And he starts going for Al.
Yeah. 3 attacks. Here we go.
Two with a scimitar, one with a dagger. So we're gonna go normal. That's not gonna hit. And he's gonna go normal. That'll hit
it's gonna hit.
Just barely.
for 5. Why are those pips black? Whatever. So 5 points of damage with the scimitar, and then 1 attack with a dagger. Ha! Nope.
Nope.
So he hits you for 5.
Like, yeah, I
Oops.
give ground for a moment.
I was gonna say, wow, you died already?
He
Okay.
did. He did.
Hey, Casey, you got hit.
Not me to do that. Oh, hold on a second.
What does that mean?
You got hit, and you have a sword that when you get hit,
It does a thing.
you does a thing.
You're right. So being hit by melee attack, I will use.
All right.
He says, Abercrombie.
I'm going to counterattack and
Oh shit, that's right. You got the Night Hunter's Vengeance.
comment.
Wow, Watch you get a crit and one shot this guy. It's gonna be
That's gonna be really funny.
fucking rough.
Ooh, almost.
That's a hit.
That's definitely a hit. Just barely.
Just barely.
Just barely.
Oh, look at this.
16.
Oh my god. Solid hit, but he is still up.
Is he a little tougher than mommy?
All right. It's this guy's turn. Where the fuck even is this guy?
It's right here. This him?
Nope.
Oh, different guy. Oh, that guy. I see.
Hold on. I'm just gonna delete that guy.
Okay.
He's not relevant. He's going to attack. He's going to attack. Actually, he's going to come over here, and he's going to attack Al as well.
Okay. I'm also marking this dude here because I can do that too. I can mark as many people as I want.
Wow.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, it's just I only have limited amounts of the
You can use it.
bonus attack thing I can do.
I see. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
I
very cool.
have to hit them.
All right, that
But
guy's
you hit him.
marked. All right, this guy's going to attempt to spear you. Oh shit, he hit you!
Oh, no, he didn't.
Did he not?
Not with the haste.
With haste.
Plus 2 AC.
My AC
You're
is
right.
21.
21. Gosh, dang, that's a great AC.
Yeah.
All right, Nave, it's your turn.
Hey,
Hey,
I
hey,
wonder
hey,
what
hey.
Nave is gonna do.
Kanavi time, baby.
Kanavi time.
Kanavi time.
I walk on top of this table, and as I do so, I draw my own blood and do my crimson rite.
It's a D6 now, right?
It is a D6
Yeah.
now.
Jump and do a spinny thing and then dump
I'm-
it in, and then
It's more Terminator looking, just like
oh.
just leaps up onto the table, point my sword at the other blood hunter, draw my blood on the sword.
He's got a box of roses, you know, but then he
Yeah.
pulls a sword out of it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that Desperado Antonio Banderas?
I
No,
think
that
so.
was Terminator 2.
Oh, it was Terminator
Oh,
2. That's right. The
Oh
shotgun
my
was
God,
in there. The shotgun. I
guys.
forgot about that one. That makes sense. Terminator over the table.
All right, so it's
Desperado.
a D6.
It wasn't a guitar. Yeah, that's right. Ooh.
Rough to
Ouch.
me. So there we go. And then I swing my sword at him multiple times.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
1,
That'll hit.
Nice.
all right, damage, plus a 1d6.
Good start.
All right, 1 second.
He takes a reaction to hug you, and you feel sad about having hurt him.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't like this weird grin on Steve's face right now. Like, I gotta find this thing that does.
Okay, go ahead. Second
right.
attack.
Second attack.
That's gonna miss.
Bummer.
All right, third attack.
Oh, right,
Come
because
on,
you're hasted.
crit.
That'll
Oh,
hit.
crit.
That'll hit stone.
That'll hit. All right.
Ooh.
That's a solid hit by any standard.
Sure is. 30 points of damage. Not bad, Nave.
That is a solid hit. Really good damage, guys. All right. I think that's all your actions, right?
Yep, that's everything. Bonus move. I mean, I could move more, but I'm not.
All right.
Mr. Simmons.
So Simmons pulls the axe. He takes up the axe from the wall and swings it at
Yeah,
Nave.
it does.
Oh.
Is a 15
Nope.
hit? Dang.
Nope.
All right, so he swings it, Nave, as it you in your hasted thing, you're just like, huh, it's really slow. And it swings past you, and this axe reeks of the grave. Like, it just smells like bloated corpses.
All right.
I'm going to see if there's anything else this idiot can do. 1 second. No, she turned all those off. Nave, you could take an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Oh.
I will.
He says.
Absolutely will.
Ooh.
I'll hit.
If lightning matters, lightning damage, I can add that up for
No,
you.
I'm looking at. I can pull up all the data. Oh, just hand me a bowl of butter pecan ice cream. I'm dying over here. It's so good.
Sounds good.
So this guy, Mr. Simmons, he just bolts and jumps out the window. Just full on crashes through. You guys are on the second story.
Is that an attack of opportunity or?
Yeah,
He
Kyle
got
it.
one.
I already
He got one.
Yeah, he already hit him.
Okay.
All right. Whose turn is it? Oh, it's this guy's turn. He's gonna attack Al because he's marked.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bull.
Not nearly good enough. Yvonne, it's your turn.
Great.
No, I forgot about the bubbles.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had to think about it. Yep.
Minor illusion. That's your only
Yeah,
spell.
that's the only spell that I have that doesn't have a verbal component.
You got weapons. Fucking get in there.
You're right. I do have weapons. I will fly over here. And I will attack. Shoop-a-doop-a-doo. Take a spear. Why don't you let me attack with that? How do I do this? Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 to attack the non-marked guard.
Hold on a second. Sorry. What did you say? What did you say, Bob? Sorry.
Is a spear ranged, or is it? Oh, there's you can throw spears.
You can throw spears. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna throw a spear at this guy. Attack. Normal.
That will not hit.
Wait, no, it used my strength instead of my dex. It should be a 13 instead
A
of.
spear is a strength
Spear is
weapon.
not
It's not a dex weapon.
Oh, to throw a spear is a strength thing. Okay, well that's good to know. Okay, well I throw the spear and I miss, and that's my turn.
You're not proficient in it either. It looks like.
Oh, weird. Why did it automatically give me? Oh, whatever.
Well, you had a spear and you gave it your best shot. You're like, ha! Spear, go! And it just went kind of like flies into the room. And
Yeah, that's fine.
For your clarification, he absolutely did not say, haha, spear, go. He said,
blub, 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 blub.
Al looks disappointing at you. Disappointingly at you.
Yasmin Bogart, you don't get to go. You're dead. This guard's not attacked by anybody, so he's going to attack Knave!
bring it.
Yeah, I could get over there.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Nowhere near.
Al, it's your turn.
My turn.
In the thick of it. Just where you like to be.
I will attack this boy first.
Yeah.
And we'll say non-lethal damage.
Okay.
just in case he knocks him out. Thanks, Al, for being thoughtful and that sort of thing. Unlike some of our
to be
murderous
fair,
party
who would have
members.
thought that 7 damage would have killed?
Oh, that's a 3.
I mean, I know she's. an
That's
old
not
lady.
gonna hit.
I will
No.
try second time.
Okay.
I like that Al just ignores the 3 guards surrounding him. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit about you.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing.
Well, Al, you do have a 3rd attack, so, you know,
Try it again.
let's see if
I'm
you
gonna
get 3
use
11s.
Inspiration.
Oh, see, this is just Bree's pride.
This is
Yeah, it definitely is, but that's okay.
2 3s. Oh, damn,
God.
that hits.
That would have been really funny.
It would have been
Hilarious.
amazing.
I would have just ended the game there.
Steve,
Yeah.
you cursed me. Does that hit?
That hits, yeah.
Maximum
Ooh, max
damage.
Maximum damage. He's still up.
Okay, well, he's marked and reduced speed, and what do I've got? I'm fine. Okay, I'm done.
Justice.
The mark on this guy goes away.
Thank you for letting me know.
Okey-doke.
That's how that works.
Thought this was gonna be a big, difficult battle, and it's not. So
Well, you kind of shut down.
The
The
difficult
scariest part of it.
The
yeah.
scariest part of it definitely just got his ass kicked. So. Also, you guys hit 5th level. It's always this is a power trip level for sure. What 3rd level spells? Whoa, multiple attacks? Huh? The enemies don't scale at all at this level. Who are you hit?
Sacred Flame, the guard right in front of me.
Okay, go for it. He gets a saving throw. Oh, that's right. Your damage goes up.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh, he made a save! He's the
Okay,
best!
that's nothing.
Carl's
All
getting a
right.
raise.
Okay, we get a promotion.
Carl's
Yeah.
about to get stabbed
Well,
in the back.
let's move my spiritual weapon.
Oh, that's right.
Over.
Over where?
Over.
Oh, that trident
yonder.
didn't work.
Yeah, the trident has gotten work done.
Oh, sorry.
And
You said
That's,
here?
that's all good. Yeah, and swing it at the guy that I can hit with it.
Okay. Do 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 do. That's gonna miss.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I guess
She's just a little rattled from having
I'm
murdered an old
rattled
elf.
from my oop.
Yeah.
I'm holding back too much now.
Fair enough. Anything else?
No, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, it's this guy's turn. He's going for Al because Al marked him.
Yep.
So attack. That's not gonna hit. Attack.
Good.
Oh,
That'll hit.
Oh, dang.
For 8 points of damage.
Hey, he hit you.
He hit me.
And then... nope. Not good enough.
I counterattack.
How many charges of that you got left?
2.
2 more. Well, after this will be
One more. Yeah.
Because they recharge on a critical hit. Oh!
Oh, that was about to be a crit, Casey.
That'll be a miss.
Sorrow. Oh, all of this weapon's charges are restored when its bearer scores a critical hit. That's an important note, Case.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Would have been nice.
Alright, whose turn is it? This guy. Alright, he's gonna move over here, and he's gonna attack Justice! Oh, no such luck. Knave, it's your turn.
Curse of
Alright.
the twos.
I'm gonna go for that one.
He's
Okay.
playing bull, and he's gonna knock them all down.
Yep. Ooh, not like that. I'm not.
Not like that. You're not. That's okay. You've got 2 more
Go-
attacks.
Go again.
Oh,
That'll hit.
better.
Yeah.
So you shove your sword into him. And electrocute him.
Oh, hey, I can do this thing.
You can.
I'm gonna do this thing.
You're gonna have him kill his friend with a spear.
Absolutely.
It's really rude because that's the one that Casey hit before, I think.
Why did I move?
How'd you
where-
I don't know
What
why
the
you
hell?
moved. It was weird.
Oh, I don't need all of them.
Why did it do that? That's weird. That's dumb.
Fallen puppet.
yeah.
So this guy can
because
attack
it's
this other
one weapon
guy.
attack. Yep.
All right. Well, let's see if he hits.
Oh my gosh, that's so many things.
It does not.
All right. Well,
Good try. Good try.
then I will.
Die. You're
I
dead.
don't know why it listed everything. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
But
But you can move and attack.
yeah.
That'll hit. Yeah. I think your minimum damage kills this guy. So
Yeah.
But I still want to roll it.
go for it.
Oh, did I add a 1d6 on that? I didn't mean to.
Well, even without that, the D6 was a 3, so 22.
All right. That guy also dies. All right. You got a bonus
Can
action left?
No, I used my bonus action to do Fallen Puppet.
Oh, okay.
No, that was your reaction, not a bonus action.
Oh, you're right. I'm not gonna use a bonus action. Can I finish my movement?
Yeah.
Is that something?
Yeah.
Can I come up here? And can I see that guy who jumped out the window?
Yeah. He is fucking booking it through
He's
the
gone.
through the
He's-
town. He's just leaving.
All right, then I'm not following him.
All right. Yvonne, it's your turn.
Yvonne moves down here, takes a dagger, throws a dagger.
Where are you throwing it at?
I'm throwing it at this guy.
All right. Very good.
Alrighty, here we go. Dagger. Roll. Okay, or don't roll. Fine. D20. I probably missed. I missed.
Okay.
Throw a dagger at this guy. It flies past.
Okay.
Yep.
I duck.
Gambit, you ain't.
Facts.
All right. Anything else, Yvonne?
I'll just move to here. But
Okay.
no, that's it.
Al, it's your turn.
All right. We're gonna try this again. Same guy.
Okay.
What? No, it's not that. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that'll hit.
non-lethal.
Okay.
Phew. Minimum damage.
Oof. He's still up.
Attack number 2.
Mhm. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
Fucking fighters, man.
Mm-hmm.
For slightly more than minimum damage.
Okay.
And the final attack. We'll do this. Come here.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, it hits.
Just battering him like over and over and over again.
Yeah, you're really kicking the shit out of this guy. He's still up.
Oh. Okay. Well, he's marked and slashed. Not that he's going anywhere.
Justice, it's your turn.
Okie doke. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try. Nah, let's see if my Sacred Flame will hit this guard. Why not? I'll swing at the guard that remaining guard.
Oh my god, these guys roll. No, he fails! Oh no! He 2d8. Alright, he is up, but he is not looking great.
And then I'll move my weapon down here.
Okay.
And try a non-lethal swing at
The guy. Yep.
the dude.
Well, normally that would hit him, but he has a parry!
Oh.
My goodness.
So your trident swings and he goes, no! And he knocks it out of the air with his scimitar. And anything else? That's you have a move left.
No, I'm good.
Okay. He's like, and he's going to make a disengage action.
I yell at him to yield.
He just gave 5, 10, 15, 20.
What is that? Oh, I don't have that feature yet.
Isn't? Oh, he can only move 20 because you slashed him. I see. I was like, why is he slow? Oh, that's why.
This guard moves here. No, you can't. Justice, you can take an attack of opportunity on him if you would so desire. If you have a melee weapon.
I will do that.
Sorry, he's actually going to move. Here. Go for it. That will miss.
Ooh.
And he is going to take a dodge action as he covers his boss's retreat.
Is he moving out of my threat range too?
He did.
Technically, yeah.
Okay. I would like to bash him upside the head.
Okay.
Nope.
Not like that.
Not like that.
I'm rolling terrible.
That slippery guard.
Knave, it's your turn.
All right.
This poor guard. He's not getting paid enough. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, he is. He's evil chuckle.
Yeah.
All right, and I got 10 more movement.
You just steal his soul?
No, he just electrified a guy. So I kind of
Haste gives me another, like I could take a move action instead of an attack, right?
you can take a dash action, I think.
Yeah.
Can, yeah.
Guess what, baby? And then I have my second attack,
Oh, God. Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you 100%.
You still have your other attacks.
Yeah,
So you still have one more attack.
right.
Oh.
I could, by the way, I could go werewolf form, unarmed strike, and get 2 of them. Should I do that? I haven't done werewolf form in a while. So bonus action, turn into a werewolf
Yeah,
as
this
I'm
poor guy.
chasing this guy. I
But
leap
speed
I
is
leap
doubled,
in
too.
I leap in front of him. Snarl. And attack, do the unarmed attack.
Yeah.
I don't think you can
Which
do
my
damage as a werewolf.
what? Why not?
I don't
I
know.
think I can.
I wouldn't allow it.
Allow what?
I'm
Damage
controlled
as
as a werewolf because I'm not below 50% health.
Yeah, there
So
are
I'm still
rules
in
for
control.
keeping control. If he
Yeah.
drops below 50% hit points, then he starts going crazy.
Gotcha.
bullets. 16 hit?
Normally it would, but he parries.
Oh, good for him. Well, I do it again. Oh, boo to werewolf form.
Yeah, but your
Alright.
AC is super high right now. It's
My AC is now a 21.
yeah.
Nice.
same as me.
Wow. Dang, guys.
Here,
People are the worst. All right. So that's all your actions, right?
yeah.
All right. Yvonne.
Yvonne goes over here and rifles through. I'm taking the loot action because I have nothing to contribute here.
Okay.
I fucker.
I imagine you speaking, but the bubbles popping out, and then like popping, and your words coming
And
out.
the
of
words come out. Yeah, I was thinking that's very Sword in the Stone, right? Yeah.
Oh, that flies back. God damn it. All right.
Hasn't landed on the camera yet, but anyway.
Not this time. Okay, so you're looting. Very good.
Yeah.
Al, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm racing a little after. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get there.
Yeah, you can.
Keep doing this. One of these is gonna hit. Nope, not that
Not
one.
that one.
Oh, actually, hold up. Just so you guys know, when you're hasted, your speed is doubled, just like
Yeah.
flat. So you don't need to take a dash
Oh.
action.
Oh,
Kyle.
so Kyle, you can take another attack
Like it.
action.
So I get another attack action.
Yeah.
Okay.
for it.
So then
Go for it.
I will use. So that one I could use my sword still.
Yeah, that was before you changed or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'll still say I changed. But I could go sword, unarmed strike, unarmed strike.
Okay.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
Right?
So take your sword attack. It's fine. I will miss anyway. Okay.
Okay. So my first attack missed. Second attack. One of these. Come on.
That'll definitely hit.
Final. Normal. 8.
All right. He's still up.
Still up.
He's still up.
Fucker. No.
That'll hit.
No hit.
He uses.
Oh, he doesn't have
already-
parry.
He
Yeah,
doesn't have
used it
another
on
parry.
Nate.
He used it on Knave.
Beautiful.
Another 8.
Another 8 points of damage.
Huh?
Yeah.
Unconscious.
I want to be a dick about this and say you didn't say non-lethal damage when you rolled the damage, but I'm going to say it's fine. It's fine. He's out. He's unconscious.
Just because I've been saying I do the same thing is what I thought with that.
That's fine. That's why I said I kind of want to be a dick about it, but I'm not going to be. So
It's very kind of
instead,
you, Steven.
he's not asleep. No. There we go.
Paralyzed and asleep.
Unconscious.
That's like being unconscious.
Now for Nave, he didn't say shit. I was kind of hoping that he like hit with both his claw attacks, just like rip the guy apart. And then
mean,
you guys showed up.
werewolf-
No, we talked about it. I said non-lethal because we talked about could you do it as a werewolf.
Oh, that's what you were asking. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Your microphone cut out for me for that part. So
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
Because we were because Casey, like you shouldn't be able to
I
do
wouldn't
that as a
allow it,
werewolf.
right.
I said no, I can control it.
yeah, no. If you were If you were a bloodthirsty werewolf, it'd be like, absolutely not. You can't do
No,
non-lethal.
yeah, and I would totally agree with that. I
Right.
would totally agree with that.
Actually, like if you're at half health, I would just argue if you're a werewolf at half health, you literally cannot do non-lethal because you're just like.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, if you're above half health, you're totally fine. Everything's fine. This is great. All right, you lock him up. You slap the manacles on him.
Yep. Yeah. Lay him on a bench or chair or something. Maybe.
I'll
put him
just
back inside the-
I'll just carry him
Yeah, I was gonna say we can put him. Oops.
because I feel like we should, and I know we're probably past the point of Grace's bedtime. But I feel like we should be searching the rest of this house for
evidence. Yeah, of course, and for the
well,
other brother and the other brother.
and for the brother that we actually came for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, and I'm a werewolf for another hour. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna carry. I'm just gonna carry this unconscious brother over my shoulders.
Okay.
Okay. So why don't you guys roll me? Somebody lead the investigation.
I am good at that. I have a +4.
Okay. So we're gonna say that shortly after this melee, a bunch of the Queen's soldiers like arrive.
Is that our backup? They got here fast.
And then Thorg Two Trees shows up. He walks in and he sees the elf like slumped against the wall, covered in blood. He sees all the dead bodies. He's like, "Oh, the clerk thought that."
I just say resisting arrest.
He's like, "Leclerc, after considering who he was speaking with, decided that maybe he ought to move the backup along. We've pacified the other guards." All right, so somebody roll me the investigation. You get advantage. I'm assuming you're getting help.
All right. I got a +4. Anyone got that higher than that?
I'm 3.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Yeah, Bob, you find paperwork. It's in the in her. She has like a locked dresser drawer, which is trapped. But you guys open it up. I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay.
And yeah, you find plenty of evidence to convict the Bogart family of smuggling, specifically.
Smuggling monsters?
Yeah, it's definitely like association with the Red Ring Gang.
Okay.
And smuggling monsters. In fact, you guys find evidence. Not only do you find evidence, you get like connections, like who they were dealing with, who owed them money. Like this is a big score for you guys. There's a huge feather in your cap. Two Trees is like, he looks over the paperwork and you like watch his Titanic eyebrows like slowly lift up his forehead as he keeps running. He's like, "This is excellent work. Excellent work. Commendable."
We'll also mention about the whole underground passageway where there are people working.
All right, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna recommend we call in reinforcements. This town's gonna be swimming in soldiers. We're gonna get to, yeah. So, okay, so the epilogue for this story arc. Serious. All right, so Kyle wasn't here for this.
Yes,
the big
Kyle
question
gets the-
is, do you guys still want to fuck around in MILLWATER, or did you guys want to like close this up for now and think about doing something else?
Wait, something else with these characters?
No, probably
no.
not. Just like a
Okay.
a different thing.
I don't know. What were everybody else's thoughts on that?
Everybody kind of wanted to see what happened at the conclusion of this.
Yeah.
The conclusion of this is that the Bogart family was definitely setting up the Dubois family,
Mm-hmm.
and they had extensive connections with the Red Ring Gang. And ultimately, you guys kicked the absolute shit out of my encounter, which, by the way, XP-wise was considered a deadly encounter for anybody who was keeping
Excellent.
score at home.
So we leveled up.
No, absolutely
Oh.
not.
Okay.
But it was deadly, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was deadly until Justice went, dispel magic, and like 70% of the killing power went out the window.
So
which is
technically,
also,
so this is a behind the curtain thing. Technically, that shouldn't have worked because dispel magic.
really?
So dispel magic in 5th edition is way different than it was in previous editions because creature effects are no longer considered magical effects.
weird.
But the way before Grace casted it, I hadn't considered where he had gotten like his magical powers from, and it kind of made sense. Like, yeah, it's kind of like a magical alchemy effect. I could see dispel magic suppressing it for, a minute.
A minute, yeah.
Standard.
I wasn't sure, which was why I started with the question.
Yeah, it was a good question.
It's a magical effect.
It made me think about it. I was like, well, you know what? I got no reason to say no, and also because it's super cool. And yeah, you turn my absolute death machine into, and then you killed his charge. He's like, well, I'm not getting paid. Whee! And jump out the window. Bodyguard.
It's not a Mage Crew D&D game unless we bullshit our way through the final encounter somehow.
I guess that's true.
That is the running
That
theme.
is an archetype. That is, yeah.
Oh, God. So anyway, yeah, did you guys want to continue in MILLWATER, or did you want to put the brakes on this for now and do something different? Like, are you tired of a slow investigation game?
So here's my initial thoughts on this, if that's okay with everybody. And this isn't to say that this hasn't been a good game and a good story. I feel like I'm just getting into who Knave is. So I feel unsatisfied leaving it here. If that makes sense. But if everybody else is like, yeah, let's play something else, I'm never going to say no. So
I'm cool with continuing to explore a bit in this campaign. I get that it feels like it's been a little shorter than some, where we're just kind of maybe getting the groove in our characters a little bit. And plus, we just leveled up, so we just got our new abilities.
Right, that's true.
There's not a lot of depth to Al, so.
You already.
But he does have a lot of money.
Yeah,
He does. We
gotta figure out.
Which, if I've learned anything from living in America, is compensation for not having depth.
yes, definitely. Yeah, but if I do kind of want to find out what happened to Patrice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have the bells to figure out.
Yeah.
Do you care about the bells anymore?
I forgot about them already, to be honest.
Oh my goodness.
But if Steve wants to like move it forward to something else, that'd be kind of interesting too. Aftermath of this or something.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, okay, so I'll jump on because I think I can integrate some of those into how I was thinking. I like the thought of us getting to like do the character interactions with, the Mr. Dubois, right? Like explaining what was going down and what we put a stop to. Like that seems like it could be a fun scene. There are a lot of fun scenes that I could imagine coming forward, and that's not even including the weird demon summoning thing, which thus far we don't have like a perfect tie-in to the Red Ring Gang thing, right? Like we've got demon summoning over here, creepy Wonder Twins, and the Baroness, and then we've got all the Red Ring Gang stuff and this, and so like I don't know how much those are linked, and maybe there are still things going on in MILLWATER that deserve further exploration. So I'm definitely down to continue on. It sounds
There's
like other folks.
potentially a doppelganger who may
Not
or
potentially.
may not. Well, there is a doppelganger who potentially could come back and hurt people if that's what doppelgangers do.
Honestly, like I am just excited for whatever encounter where we like even just the like meeting up with Christoph. What is his name? Christoph Bogart, and then having the doppelganger pop out and stab Christoph Bogart in the back right when we're about to get useful information from him or something like that, or whatever happens with the doppelganger, right? Yeah, I agree. That's a good point, Kyle.
All right, so it sounds like everybody wants to continue, is what I'm getting out of this, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna end
Steve,
it.
do you want to continue?
Yeah, that is an important
So-
part too.
Steve's not in a good mental place today to answer that question truthfully. So
That's fair.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. 100%.
It does.
So I'm more than happy to continue right now because I can't trust my own opinion on the matter. But so I'm more than happy to continue because there is actually a shit ton more going on in this town, and I'm more than happy to explore it. I actually put a lot of work into this campaign.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
so
it's fun. So
We're liking it. Hmm?
yeah.
so I'm gonna leave you guys on a little bit of a cliffhanger. How about that?
Oh,
And then
thanks. Yeah.
All right, so you guys do not find Kristoff, by the way. He's not. You guys search the place from top to bottom. The Queen soldiers toss the place. You interrogate people. Nobody seems to know where he is. He's gone. He's scuppered off. And Two Trees is like, it's fine. We'll find him eventually. There's only so many places he can hide. We'll find him. Don't worry. Who had the bells last?
I think
Not me.
maybe Yvonne did. Yeah, I guess Yvonne did.
All right. So Yvonne, I'm just gonna take control of your character for a little bit. We're gonna say you guys you finish up the day and you're sitting down in the tavern, and like the evening shift, you hear the whistles from the mills. The evening shift comes into the Rose. Mildred informs you that Sam's safe. Nobody, everything's fine. And you're kind of sitting there, and you're holding. You have the bells with the thing on it, and just on a whim, you kind of shake it, and you turn around, and everybody in the inn. Everybody who's. I should phrase this. Everybody at the inn
Who isn't us?
Who isn't. Everybody in the inn who is local starts glowing red. Here is the in the items directory. You should see a new item.
The bell branch.
Bell branch. Cool. Everyone in the inn is a fiend.
Yes.
Yeah. This lines up with a thing that I've been a little bit afraid of. Is Mildred in the inn right now?
Mildred is in the inn, but she's not
Is
in
she
the room.
glowing red? Oh, okay.
Actually, we'll say she's in the inn. She is not glowing red.
Okay.
And that's where we will end it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Hmm.
All right.
Dang.
Good game, everybody.
Okay. Good game.
All right. Well, we learned a lot of valuable information today. We're going to Casey hates ciphers.
We did.
But we haven't figured out how much you hate ciphers, so I'm willing to come back.
That is
to
a
this
good
conversation.
point. That's a good point. Yeah. Agreed. So
You should come up with a few more for this campaign
a
as we
few
move
more.
forward, so
I
we
would
test them
love
out.
some more ciphers.
The theme to Elmo's world or ciphers.
Ciphers are worse.
Ooh, oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's big.
Listening to the Barney theme song on repeat for 2 days. No other sounds. Not hearing your family. Not hearing anything at work.
It seems extreme.
Being a dad when your
Or ciphers.
son is 3, so I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, I got it. Playing Phasmophobia in VR mode or ciphers.
Honestly, Casey seems to have built up a resistance to Phasmophobia, but let's
He hasn't
see.
gotten murdered hardly at all in Phasmophobia, to be fair.
No, the ghosts just leave him alone. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't want to die. That guy wants to die. Then he kills Steve.
Kyle and I, that goes sniffs us
Every
out
time.
every
Yeah,
time.
Also, But Steve and I just were like, "What is our sanity? 4? I'm going back in this house."
Yeah.
I ain't
We're
afraid of no
figure this shit
ghosts.
out. I ain't afraid of no. Oh, it killed me again, guys. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I can't explain that at all. Like I'm sitting at like 40 sanity, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to go get some pills. You guys have fun. And while I'm leaving, the ghost is murdering Steve. I'm like, well, that's your fault for not eating the damn pills.
To be fair, nobody's in the van, so I don't know what my sanity's at. I just assume that it's fine. And then I'm like, somebody's
Well,
like,
look.
by the way, your sanity's a 7 out of 100. I'm like, oh, that seems bad. Is that bad?
I would volunteer
But
to
getting
monitor
back to
them, but that'd be
Casey,
accused of being a
Casey?
coward. Anyway, yeah.
Ciphers or Phasmophobia in VR.
Ciphers.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, oof. All right, I'm going to end this.